We want your babies!
Thank you guys. Thanks again. And thanks to all the other readers. I do stuff with cassettes. So I have a few cassettes of other people reading poems, so if you want to buy them or have them, just ask me after this.
Cassettes!
Woo! Yeah! Thanks!
Old school! Fuck it up!
So I'm in an old school.
Nice shoelaces.
Thank you. Alright. I kind of put this together today from some stuff that was on my phone. So it's called Obvious Dream. I am constantly sending an email to no one. The walls still move. There's a moon somewhere in the east. Let's conjure up a misting dream. As we grow older, our bodies change into strange shapes we couldn't have predicted. I threw my gender in the water to see if it would sink or swim. Blue paint in the rain. I have that moodscape where everything that happens is a really sad metaphor. Okay. And all my poems are really short, so I'm going to just kind of read through them. And I am one of the teeth in a giant mouth that screams, "Fuck you." And I'm graffiti on the face of a government building. And I'm the octopus around the neck of America's newest rapper. And I have no way to exhale myself into the atmosphere. And I have sinned, but I don't necessarily want to. And if you don't forgive me, I will swallow all of the boulders of the world and vomit them into my new city. And I'm the city we stopped by on the way home from your friend's river house on winter break. And I'm the way I felt happy with you then, but now it seems kind of morbid and tiny and sad because we are not together. And I'm the roadhead you gave me after we left the cemetery. And I just want to be because I'm the cum on the sock on my floor. Here's another one. I am a deep sleep. I am 1,000 skeletons crawling out of a closet. I am setting my Tumblr on fire. I am the last thoughts of a dying Twitter account. I write better at 4:45 a.m. because I am not actually Nathan anymore. I am a shattered laptop bleeding pixels onto the mind of a sleeping robot. Oh yeah, I wrote most of these poems. I would set an alarm for like 3 or 4 a.m. and wake up for like 30 minutes and just write whatever I was thinking and then go back to sleep. Okay. Pencils with lead made from human femur bones sit lodged in my skull, penetrating my brain. There are so many of them, enough to fill a basketball. If you took an x-ray of my head, it would look like someone was playing Jenga with it. If you took an x-ray of my head, it would look like I fell face first into a pit of jagged daggers. If you took an x-ray of my head, I would drool out the new scripture of my generation. This is not a matter of simple mathematics. This is the core of the avocado of our life and times. When I was little, I fell into the pointed corner of some painted blue bleachers after a soccer game. It was raining a lot and I was walking back and forth on the bleachers. I don't remember a lot, except all of a sudden my face was warm with blood. If you took an x-ray of my head, it would look like an egg dropped from an altitude of 2 inches onto cold linoleum. I have felt fucked in a lot of different bathrooms at many different points throughout my life. Okay. Everything is blue, green, and cold. A strand of leg divided into nothingness. Cigarettes sound more appealing now because I've learned to loathe them and I want a method to externalize my self-loathing. Cough syrup wasteland, 1,000 fucked humans in closets ashing cigarettes into Robitussin bottles. Everlasting happiness. And this one's really short. Two dead pigeons stuffed into a jar of marmalade. A pair of snuff films stashed under a couch. We could be so many different things. This was written. Me and Matthew Sherling are working on a collaboration.
Yay, Matthew!
Yay, collaboration!
So this is both of our work, I guess.
Cassettes, people. Cassettes.
Alright. This one's called Macaulay Culkin was really good in Home Alone, but I think he's real fucked up now.
He's a stone fox.
He's cool.
You know you want to get that.
I remember when I watched Home Alone while I was home alone. With food poisoning, and I kept rewinding the scene where the wild-haired man gets hit with bricks. I thought I was Macaulay Culkin. I went into my parents' bedroom and rubbed my father's aftershave on my face. Macaulay Culkin is a murderer. If only children knew the burden of age. When I was a child, I didn't have an upstairs. If only children knew the burden of history. Let's build schools that teach us how to feel first. Let's build schools that teach us how to make do-it-yourself movies. Let's harvest the energy of movies as a solution to our energy crisis. And that was a couple more. If a star can move at light speed through the cosmos toward an undefined location, why can I not move at the speed of light into myself and negate my existence? Broken glass on an afternoon, a devil friend on Skype, discovering that trust has been broken when you didn't think it was there in the first place, an octopus hanging from a ceiling fan. You asked me if I thought you were innocent, but you were just telling me you weren't. You said you were the devil, but you were really teaching me things about death. You cried and threw things that failed to reach my core, like a mouse throwing pennies at an apple. Why do things get old and die? Why is the natural reaction of solids to dissolve in liquids? Stasis is death, movement is necessary, happiness becomes boring and pain becomes moving, determined, and boredom is taking Ambien and seeing how many weird thoughts it can have before falling asleep. And this is the last thing I'll read. It's called My Voice is the Temperature of a Rusted Clock When I Talk About You. Ceilings were chairs and we sat on the floors of the world and listened to God. Everything unfolds continuously, like a lunatic child mumbling heaven into existence. All lights are boxes that keep God's imagination. We die and come up for our first breath of air after being underwater for 100 years. I breathed cemeteries when that sentence ended and before a new one began. If you write the end on a piece of paper, you will probably write something else on a different piece of paper.
Nice.